Right, so if you have read and understood considering the procedural skill station, kindly tell me how would you order them? How would
Ma'am,
you order the patient theater list? Yes, please.
I will order first, ma'am, COPD with pacemaker and strangulator hernia. Then I will go with the diabetic foot, with insulin dependent diabetic foot, ma'am. Then I will go for a diverticular abscess with the penicillin and iodine allergy, ma'am.
Okay, why would you keep this order?
Ma'am, because first is a clean case, ma'am, with a strangulated hernia. I have a risk of bowel perforation. I kept the insulin because patient is having a MRSA positive. That's why I kept it as a second, ma'am. And
But then, if you'll do MRSA patient as number 2, and for diverticular abscess, patient is also penicillin and iodine allergy, theater will be contaminated. How would you manage that?
I need to fumigate the theater after the second case, ma'am, to have the third case. I need to actually, ma'am. I kept the diabetes because patient is insulin diabetes. I can't keep the patient skip 2 meals before the surgery.
But it's knee amputation. It's not an emergency. Convince me why it should go before the diverticular abscess. What are the
Because
reasons?
ma'am, because patient is insulin dependent, ma'am. Patient has to be
You'll give the insulin
okay.
and patient will be on IV drip. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Then
Convince. You have to convince.
because this is the only reason I have in my mind, because patient is having insulin dependent diabetes, and I don't want to keep the patient to skip 2 meals to if I keep this patient on the third.
What are
in the
the
OT
general
list.
principles that you have to follow for diabetic patients?
Ma'am, diabetic patient to be shouldn't be it should not be admitted overnight, ma'am, and it should be prioritized in the OT list, diabetic patient. And if the he or she has to skip if he or has to skip 1 meal, ma'am, then we have to start the patient on 5% dextrose, 0.45% sodium, and plus 0.3% KCl infusion, ma'am. Along with that, we have to start the patient. We have to monitor the blood sugar in the pre as well as post surgery, ma'am, every hourly, ma'am.
Okay, how the patient listing is formed? There is a criteria. If you can tell me.
NC port criteria, ma'am. It is
Yes.
NC port criteria, ma'am. It we have to keep first the urgent cases like life-threatening conditions. Then we have to keep the ma'am. Then we have to keep the emergency cases like strangulated hernia or perforated bowel. Then we have to keep. Then we will have elective cases, ma'am. Planned cases, planned surgeries, ma'am.
I was asking about wound. According to wound, there is NRCS guidelines.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there will be a clean surgical wound, ma'am. Then there will be a clean contaminated wound, and there will be a contaminated wound, ma'am.
And then dirty wound.
And dirty wound,
knee
ma'am.
amputation with diabetic foot. Is it what type of wound is that?
Ma'am, it will be a contaminated wound, ma'am.
Is it only contaminated or is it dirty as well?
It will be dirty also. Yes, MRSA positive. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I will.
If you want to consider your listing again,
then I will keep, ma'am, first strangulated hernia, then diverticular abscess, then the order which is mentioned. Then I will keep.
Is mentioned. Okay. According to National Confidential Inquiry into Patients' Outcome and Death, according to that, how would you place these patients?
Ma'am, as the first patient is having strangulated hernia, there is a risk of there is a risk of bowel ischemia. Then I will. This is an urgent surgery for me. This then I will keep the first case according to urgency, ma'am, as emergency. Then diverticular abscess with penicillin and iodine allergy, ma'am. This is also an emergency, but we can wait. It is not that emergency as compared to the strangulated hernia, and the MRSA positive with insulin dependent diabetes. It is a planned surgery, ma'am.
First patient is COPD with pacemaker. Okay, what are the complications that you can expect in this COPD patients?
Ma'am, COPD patient can deteriorate intraoperatively. Patient might go in the respiratory failure, ma'am, during the time of induction also. And we need to, because patient is COPD and having a pacemaker, we have to avoid the general anesthesia. We try to do the surgery in a regional anesthesia, and we will try to avoid laparoscopic procedures on the patient.
How ECG monitoring is done with patient with pacemaker? How is it done?
Sorry, ma'am, I forgot. I don't get you. What is the
how
question?
The patient's ECG is monitored because there is a patient can be used like with bipolar or monopolar diathermy. So how would
we have to ma'am change. We have to switch to the acronus mode in the pacemaker, ma'am, before surgery, ma'am. Triggered or acronus mode.
Okay, how would you reduce the risk for these complications?
Ma'am, we have to alarm the ma'am OT staff regarding the patient is having the pacemaker, as well as the surgeon who is going to operate on the patient regarding the condition of the having pacemaker, and we have to keep by side cardiologist and inform the intensivist too.
Okay, and the patient is taking, maybe because of pacemaker, taking warfarin. So there you would have to keep an eye on the warfarin management as well. Okay,
yes,
can you please tell me for the second patient? Patient is iodine and penicillin allergic. How would you take care of that?
Ma'am, I will avoid the scrubbing with the betadine iodine, ma'am. I will avoid the pre-op scrubbing with the. I will use chlorhexidine, ma'am. Yes. I can use chlorhexidine, and
instead of for penicillin,
ma'am, I can use aminoglycosides, ma'am.
Okay.
Or cephalosporin.
Yes. Or vancomycin. Okay. All right. What about the MRSA patient? You have changed your mind and have decided to keep it last. So
yes,
what measures?
Ma'am, I have to, ma'am, we have to wash our hands and we have to treat the patient nosocomial carriers also, nasal carriers also. And we have to start the patient on vancomycin, and we have to inform the infection control team regarding the same.
Okay, good. Any comments at the end? I'm sure you realized you were a little shaky.
Yeah, ma'am. Performs. Actually, I want to keep it, ma'am, in the last only, but I thought insulin dependent diabetes is there. That's why I kept.
Nothing is going to happen. Insulin you gave, okay. Patient will be. What can happen? Because it's
no, ma'am.
Knee amputation. Nothing's going to happen. It's
yes, ma'am.
So. Yes, it's better to keep them in the same order and justify your choices rather than like it doesn't looks good if you change your opinions, in the middle, because then they'll already think that you've been compromised.